So parents just got into town. It's Sunday. I'm scrolling Facebook. I'm not even looking for inventory for myself this week. My parents are sellers as well on Mercari and eBay, so we're going to go take them out and go to a bunch of Goodwills. If you've seen any of our vlogs lately, we have a ridiculous amount of inventory. I do not need to be doing any more buys. But I'm scrolling through and I saw this post in an eBay group of somebody that's liquidating 1,000, maybe a little bit more than 1,000 pieces of Y2K and some vintage clothing. I'm not supposed to be buying more right now until all my current stuff is listed, but I had shot them a message because in the comments I saw that they were located in Austin, which is 45 minutes north of us. So just out of sheer curiosity, I shot them a message and asked how much. We worked out a deal for $900. This is under $1 per unit. And just from what I can see on top of the photos, some of these pieces are going to be 20 on average, 25, maybe 30, 40 on the high end. So for $1 a unit, I mean, I have to take this thing, right? So I just booked a cargo van because my car cannot fit 1,000 pieces of clothing. So I just booked a cargo van, which is about $100. It's going to be a couple hour round trip. Get up there, get the stuff, get back, see what we got. So as if my unlisted storage unit wasn't enough stuff currently, I just bought more. So if you've been wondering what it's like to be a full-time seller, this is a very good sneak peek into this lifestyle because you never know when these types of deals are going to pop up and hit. And traditionally, I never buy out other people's eBay stores because the theory is that if they have had it listed on eBay for so long, why hasn't it sold? But in this case, a lot of this is not even listed because she had great intentions to list it, but she actually found out she's going to be moving out of country last minute. So that intrigues my interest to see exactly what type of pieces does she pick up. With that being said, welcome to Behind the Scenes. Enjoy the vlog. Deal is locked in and secured, picked up. This filled up the entire cargo van, a bit more than I thought there was going to be, which is great because it was still just a flat price of $1,000. There's definitely at least 1,000 items here, so we're just going to call it $1 per unit, even after the fee of the cargo van, which is about $100. So I paid $900 for the lot, $100 for the van, which means all in $1,000. Inside at the storage unit, this is all of our listed stuff in that unit, as you guys have seen in previous videos. So I'm not going to throw stuff in there because I like that to be clean and tidy, only listed inventory. This is the unlisted unit. I have some room here. I have shelf space. I can maneuver some stuff. I'm basically just going to make a wall and then start immediately working through this stuff this week. Solution: I took my entire shoe pallet, put it up there. So now we just make a pile. And the final product of the mess that I just made. Fortunately, she was awesome and stayed up and bagged pretty much everything. I brought a bunch of boxes with me in case I needed them, but bags worked out perfectly fine. Super happy with the pieces I was able to pick through. I'll showcase some more of these here in the video as soon as I can get through, start cherry picking some of this stuff, but really happy with it. Check this out. Desert Storm, $91 a piece. Pretty sweet. And she was moving literally out of the US, so she was just getting rid of everything. It was pretty much whatever I wanted to grab. So grab these posters. Probably will keep this, and honestly in the other unit next to my shipping station, put it up on the wall. But picked up a grab shell dude and Day After Tomorrow. Not sure if they're worth anything, so I haven't looked them up, but I love movie posters, so grab those. This was unique enough. Grabbed it. It was part of the deal anyway, so grabbed it. Probably selling on Facebook Marketplace for a couple bucks. This guy, no idea. It was super unique. So picked that up. Marketplace. Make a few bucks that way. Pretty happy with the haul overall. Happy Tuesday. What the crap, Texas. We got special guests in this episode, which is Mama Bear and Papa Bear. Flew them down from Oregon, which we saw snow here in Texas before they saw it up in Oregon, which is kind of wild. So we got 57 orders going out. These were new ones I didn't even have at the unit, so we're gonna go do some shipping. All right, now we have our weekend sales. New record for us. So the last 3 months of work and doing 40, 50 listings days paying off. 58 units going out for $2,800. Got some good stuff in here. The best part is these two actually work full-time up in our Oregon warehouse, so they are fully trained on picking, packing, and shipping, so it's time to get to work now.
Ready.
All right, 58 units, good to go. Not too shabby for one of our record weekends. All right, now we're on Wednesday. Mom actually runs a Enquiries store. Dad actually runs an eBay store, which means we're gonna be squeezing in some thrifting on this trip. Candy Cane Lane. Bricks and wood for $6. Take a shot at that one. Is Texas cold today? Next up, Texas Thrift. Let's see what we can find. All right, little lady, how'd we do? Did we do good? What'd you get?
I got a Barbie car,
Nice.
and honor dress, and a baby.
Training them young, baby.
That's a normal Texan right there, Grandma.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna fall. That's insane. Welcome to the part of the video where you get to see raw behind the scenes, aside from the fun parts, which are sourcing and out buying fun stuff. It's right now in this phase of life, staying up late, doing photos. I've actually now got a virtual assistant team on board. They do all the listing, which has been a huge load off my plate. You guys have seen I ramped up over the last 3-4 months of doing 5 a day, 10 a day, 20 a day, 30 a day, 40 a day. I even was pushing 50 a day by myself for a bit. Obviously I've got family life, I've got other businesses, different things going on. So got the VA team on board. They're busting out 50 a day, which means I need to stay on top of photoing 50 a day. Parentals are in town, which means we're taking lots of extra time off, which is the whole point of us building a business, to be able to have flexibility to do that. But there is actual work that has to get done. So right now, late at night, bust out my 50 photos. As far as items go, get those to the team, and then those are all drafted overnight and in my inbox for review, which has been awesome. But stay tuned for a different video, different time. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing a whole video breakdown how that works. And it's not like I have a cameraman following me around every single day. So this is the kind of stuff where I do this every single day and you guys don't see any of it because I'm terrible at just remember to turn my camera on. So here I am turning my camera on. We're on Thursday night. So I'm now 4 days in a row this week out here doing this stuff. Which brings me to my tip of the day and some actual advice I can give you to prevent huge death piles from happening, like I've had plenty of times in my life. This is all stuff that was sourced today, like you guys saw. It goes onto this table and it's immediately photoed that night. So if I can give you any piece of advice or advice I can give myself back in the day, especially when I was new those first few years and just in the rut of buying a bunch of stuff and letting it sit for way too long, have a standard for yourself. I prefer to list anything I've bought within 24 to 48 hours. So recently, instead of throwing it inside of different piles around the garage, which is where we process everything, it goes onto this table because this is the table that I pick from when I'm doing my photos. If it's on this table, it's getting done that day. So if I'm sourcing, it immediately has been going here, and that's been getting this stuff up pretty darn quick now. And I will share this because we do get questions about how we skew things. You guys have seen the typical box system is what we use for numbers. But now that we're using the VA team, I like to have my SKU, my supplier, and my buy cost inside of the actual custom SKU. So what I've been doing is I just grab a photo just like this for the team, and they know to grab that info, put it into the SKU. Obviously that photo doesn't go into the actual listing, that's just for them. And then we use our Dymo to just print off these from the Dymo Connect app. You can also use Avery.com to do that, or you could just buy a whole roll of these numbers on Amazon really cheap. So I figured I'd just share that tidbit of information in case you're wondering how we share information with the VA. That's how we do it. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but in case you have one of these 1989 Giant Ninja Turtles laying around with the belt and the weapon, there are 4 of them total, you can actually fetch about $100 plus in used condition on that one. If you have them in the box, you're looking at between $200 and $300. So in case you needed to know, keep in mind, 1989 is what we're looking for, not the recent remakes that they did. So in case you were not familiar with that category, keep an eye out for that. Add it to your bullet list. Happy Friday. Do I need to source more?
Yes.
No. Am I going to anyways? Yes. Thriftaholics over here wanted to come back thrifting today, so we're gonna hit some stores. I actually went back into the exact same Goodwill we were just in yesterday. More Patagonia pieces, hopefully. Aha, found another one. Nothing crazy on these ones, but a little bread and butter. No way. 2 and 3. Do we got 4? We got 4, 5. All right, that now makes at least 12 Patagonias I pulled out of here since yesterday. That's crazy. All right, Mama Bear, learning the game. Nike tee. Got this sweet Jawa piece, $2.99, and she pulled out new tags, Yeti, Austin specific. Not bad, Mama Bear. Parents are dropped off at the airport and we're back for a 3rd day in a row at this location because I did super well the last 2 days. Let's see if we can do a 3rd day. Third day haul, not too shabby, nothing crazy. Got this cool huck piece with little lures on it. Got a big pony. This piece, pretty awesome. Vintage Nike, Proline, Center Swoosh, and the Broncos. Picking that up. Got this Polo, Cinch. Haven't heard of this brand before. Galliberas. Got a Patagonia, high-low Hattie, cool old school Patagonia, and the boy picked out his very first Patagonia. I told him to go Patagonia hunting, which means you're gonna buy that.
Yeah.
We're gonna show you how to do photos and list it and ship it when it sells, and then you get to keep it. Nice work, dude. What'd you do? What'd you get? Wifey's making a special guest appearance on today's vlog. She's been busy this week.
Some sorrel boots. Got some keys.
Steel toes.
This is a brand I've never found before. Kelsey Dagger. Decent cost. Some Good American. They're only 7, so that's okay. And then some Meadwell. And they're half off. Those are 5.
Now for full transparency on what our garage looks like. Processing area, as you guys have now seen. This is all completed stuff that just needs to be sent over to the storage unit. Usually I would be doing this on a daily basis or every other day. Parents in town, it's been a lot of personal time, which has been great, but business is back on track as usual, which means I need to get all this out of here. This is supposed to be inbound, so all unlisted stuff. We need to get this organized, get some racks up here, so I'm going to work on that now. And the purpose of me ever showing all of this random stuff is to just keep it real with you guys. Here on YouTube and Instagram, unfortunately, a lot of people just share the highlight reels where I could only ever show just this shot. Like, wow, look at our operation, look at our business. But this is behind the scenes. This is reality of running a business where we're trying to scale this thing. I don't want this to be side hustle money. I want this to be actual full-time income, which it is very much on its way there. And this is going to take systems and getting workflows optimized, so you guys get to see start to finish of exactly how we're doing that. So current system and workflow is get everything photoed, get it in the box. Boxes would then be transferred over to our storage unit where you guys have seen. In a perfect world, this is all going to be clean at all times. We'll have 2 or 3 racks up on the wall there, and that is now the inbound. The new stuff that's been bought goes straight onto that shelf until it's ready to be photoed. And that's the whole point of this journey, is to keep it real, document behind the scenes, show you guys what a real workflow looks like as we grow this thing.